Well, hello everybody, it's username Kate here, and today I have a pretty cool video to share with you guys. As you can see, you're not blind. This is a Royal Enfield Himalayan 450. And yes, I'm going to call it a Himalayan 450 because rumour has it you can't call it a Himalayan 450 unless you've actually visited the Himalayas. Let me know if that is right or wrong, it's just what I've heard. But moving forward, I'm going to call it the Himalayan 450, so hopefully I don't trigger too many of you, okay? So why have I got this bike, you ask? Well, I've got it for a really exciting reason. I have this bike as a long-term loan and I have to give it back at the ABR Festival in 2026 next year. So I've got a bit of bonding time. I've got a bit of time to gel with this bike and really understand what it's all about. And I intend to ride it on road, do some tours and trips, take this bad boy off-road as well, so that's exciting. And also maybe do some trips abroad, who knows? I don't know what's in store, but I'm sure it's going to be exciting regardless. So today I have to run a few errands. It means collecting something very exciting for the Himalayan 450. So if you want to find out what we're up to and what plans I have in mind for this bike, whilst I have it for the duration that I do, then definitely don't go anywhere and I'll catch you after. Okay team, well this is the first ride for me on this Himalayan 450 that's been dropped off, and we're running some errands as mentioned in the intro. Now before I start, I've really got to say I hope I've got my DJI settings so the dash doesn't flash. This is a bit of trial and error and just making sure everything is working correctly before I head to Scotland on this bike tomorrow. So yeah, moment of truth will be when I look back at the editing. I'm filming it in 50 frames per second, which I think is, I film usually in 60, and I think that's why the dash flickers. But I guess we'll see, because I've got all the settings correct in theory, but I'm not running an ND filter because the lowest ND filter I have is 8, and it's just always dark and grey in the UK, particularly in October time like this. So if the footage is garbage, I do apologise, but I'm trying to get it right before Scotland tomorrow. So as mentioned, I'm quite excited because I've got this bike for a fair amount of time, till ABR. And I'm super excited because I was recently at a Triumph launch of the 400XC, and it kind of reignited my love for off-roading, or you know, kind of like green laning a little bit. So because I've got this bike for such a long time, I'm really hoping to proper sink my teeth in, get stuck in, and give this bike a good go, you know, kind of on the lanes. It's got a 21-inch front, which is great, but it does also weigh quite a lot. It is objectively heavy for a bike that's kind of going to go off lane a little bit in this class, I would say. So today I'm heading to Bleachworks Bike Shed, where I've had some tyres delivered. So as it currently stands, this bike has done 1,122 miles and it's running the stock tubeless tyres, or at least I hope it's tubeless. I'm pretty sure it is, because this is the Hanley Black, so tubeless is an option for this, whereas it's standard on all the other colour options, or at least that's my understanding. So yeah, I'm off to pick up some Michelin Anarchy Adventures for the Scotland trip, get some new rubber on. We've got a bit of support this year from Michelin, which is super appreciated, especially because we are going to be taking this bike off-roading, and as mentioned, if you saw me in the Scrambler 400XC video, we were off-roading on Anarchy Wilds and I felt great with them, so yeah, I'm hoping for more of the same great feeling. When we put them on this. But yeah, we'll be swapping between the two because I'm quite fortunate that Mike has a tyre fitting machine. Mike was actually a tyre fitter by trade for about 7 years. So the man's handy, and yeah, we have the capability to, I say we, the royal we, to change the tyres over as and when, which is very helpful. Oh gosh, what a murky day, what a murky day. I really hope that the footage is okay, because like I say, this is just the trial and error before Scotland, because I'd hate to ride to Scotland and all the footage be garbage because I've rocked an ND filter that's too dark and my dumbass doesn't really understand anything and I have completely ruined footage. So yeah, we don't want that. So this is like me having a little training day with cameras. Avoid that. So yeah, I'm just mega excited to be on a Himalayan 450. And I last rode this bike at the launch back in Sardinia when it first came out. So if you want, you know, a proper detailed spec heavy review of this bike, I will link up here somewhere that link so that you can check out what I got up to on that launch and, you know, fill your boots with all the specs and everything like that. Cows! But yeah, this video isn't anything like that at the minute, so yeah. And I bet you're thinking, Kate, you're so greedy, you've got a Suzuki GSX AR on long termer. I know, and I do still intend to ride that a lot. Like I recently did a Squire's Locks day on it. Squire Locks, for those of you who don't know, are probably the UK's oldest lock company. They've moved over into motorcycle locks. And they've been going since 1780, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I was recently at an open day, an educational day with those guys, and I rode my GSX AR. I even led a ride. I really enjoyed it, and I love that bike so much. So yeah, that'll still come out on a nice crisp autumn day, or you know, when there's no kind of salt down and stuff like that, because I really want to look after it. But I feel like the mighty Himalayan, being the kind of bike that it is, a low capacity adventure bike, is just screaming to be used and abused during the autumn and winter, particularly with a bit of green laning involved. Wow, this is a very different scene to summer. You can tell autumn has arrived in full force. So another thing about this bike, having it for such a long time, accessories. Now I'll insert some B-roll footage that I filmed when I did my intro. With this, they've added the lower crash bars. I'm definitely going to need crash bars, let's be real. They've added the hand guards as well. And then they added a little kind of, I don't know what you call it, like a cover at the front just on the bars. But it hides the USB-C charger, which is just there. So instead, for Scotland, my setup is going to be my Peak Designs mount and my phone charger, which is a fast charger. Now I do also have the wireless Peak Design mount, but I plugged it in and I did everything, and I put the phone on it and it said full charge within 3 hours, right? So then I removed the fast charger. I just put my normal base plate on, which doesn't have charge. I put my phone cable in the USB, the small one anyway. It's not USB-C? Yeah, USB-C I think. I put that in and I plugged my phone in and it said fast charge within an hour. So that's quite a big difference, and when you're on the move in Scotland, I never kind of want to be left high and dry without, you know, just having like a maintenance charge put in it. I'd rather an active fast charge boom, so I know that I've always got signal for emergency, not signal, battery for emergencies and stuff like that. And that's not necessarily a Peak Designs wireless criticism. I think it is literally just the technology that's available to them all. I don't think any of them are fast charging. So yeah, for my needs, this Peak Design normal mount, because we've got that adapter there, it's going to work hopefully fine for Scotland. But yeah, speaking of what I've got planned on this, obviously Scotland. So I'm heading up there with my mate Georgie Roams. She has a YouTube channel, and to be honest, I'll probably collaborate with her on the videos, because you can do that now on YouTube. So yeah, you can click on her name and hopefully subscribe as well. but she's going to be riding a Royal Enfield Gorilla 450. So we're both on 450s, baby. After that, like I say, we'll swap out the Michelin Anarchy Adventures for some Michelin Anarchy Wilds. Bleachworks is down there, that's just where I'm heading. See my buddy Sean. And I even think next year Mike is quite interested to do maybe a tour in the Picos on it, including a bit of green laning. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, so far it's so comfy, this bike. I mean, proof will be in the pudding after maybe like 400 miles in the saddle or however many we do, but so far so good. Get all the bikers around here. There we go. We've arrived. Hey, sweetheart. Hi. Oh, I always love a welcome from you. I always love a welcome from you. I do. I do. Mike, I'm just taking my tyres. I'm just taking my tyres. Only one set though, because that's all I can wear. But I'll be back for the wilds. Yeah, no, I'm just doing a little errands vlog, so I figured I'd just wear them like a hula hoop and just come and collect them. Hey, sweetheart, why are you so cute? Super, cheers, Mike. Right, so I can take these back. Anarchy Adventure. Anarchy Adventure. Thanks though, I really appreciate the offer though. Such a legend. I love the matching jacket to the van, by the way.
Well, I bought the jacket first and then I thought I better get a van for that.
It's got to be done. Expensive jacket then, yeah? See you later. Right, let's get these tyres home so Mike can fit them there. Okay. First one. Going on. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's the first one. Oh. Second one. Oh. We're on. They're very big. I mean, it's a 21-inch front. What did I expect? Probably should have expected this, shouldn't I? But we're all good. Alright, let's go. Need any tyres? Just call Cateroo for your local tyre delivering service. So, if there are any accessories that you would like to see get put on this Himalayan 450, let me know in the comments below, because I've got it for a while and Royal Enfield are very, open and eager to load this thing up with things that people want to see, that are of interest to people. So I did think I was getting panniers and a top box for Scotland. However, I do believe that the panniers and top box might be on back order, so that's why they haven't come with it. So we're just going roll bag. We're going roll bag, and we're being grateful. Let's go. I'm actually quite excited. I'm really excited about this. So it doesn't have cruise control, so one of the things that I'll be using on this is my little palm rester. And the palm rester is amazing on cabled throttled bikes because they're usually quite heavy throttles and it's very predictable in its movement. Like, you can hold a nice steady speed because the throttle's kind of stiff, so you know what you're getting. But this is ride-by-wire, and I've tried the palm rester on the GSX-8R and I had to take it off for around towns because it's just a bit too nadgery, a bit too surgy, a bit too, like, it just applies the throttle and you're like, oh, excuse you, I didn't want that there. Don't get me wrong, great if you know you're doing a massive motorway stint, like super great. But so yeah, I'll probably have it regardless, even if I don't use it when we actually get on the flowy Scottish roads. Honestly, I'm really excited to do some mega miles on like a small capacity bike, a 40 brake horsepower, 40 Newton meter torque machine. Like, it just really kind of appeals to me. So yeah, it should be fun. So you might be thinking, Kate, what is your plan for Scotland? Are you going to be doing the North Coast 500? And to be honest, Mike and I did the NC 500 5 years ago. That was 5 years ago when we brought out those. I'm pretty sure we filmed it all in 1080 because that was all that was available at the time. I had bleach blonde hair, don't know what I was thinking, does not suit me at all. And yeah, I say NC because it was not quite North Coast 500. And I do have a feeling that this, like, 4 or 5 days that we have coming up is going to be kind of similar. Just purely because I'm just not a massive fan of the East Coast, especially in weather will probably be like this, and it'll probably be really misty and you can't see anything. I mean, last time I went with Mike, the East Coast was really misty and you couldn't see anything anyway, and that was, I'm pretty sure, the height of summer. So yeah, to me, West is best. And you know, Georgie definitely wants to do Applecross, the Applecross Peninsula, so that is 100% on the agenda. See if we can do a bit of filtering. I do hope so. Excellent, that worked out perfectly. Okay, second gear, hello. Right guys, I'm gonna head back, get these fitted, and I guess I'll see you next on the Scotland trip with this bike. But yeah, if there's anything you want to see specifically with the Himalayan 450, whether it's, you know, what I'm doing, where I'm going, what accessories you want to see fitted on this bike, then definitely let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, well, take care, ride safe, I love you and leave you, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Goodbye!